Christian Adam Darko, College of Health Science.
Members, I think your voice, we can't even hear your names. So kindly just.
Foster Bedia Akumbafu, College of Health Sciences.
Nathaniel Nyakote, College of Engineering.
David Kabute Akwaku, College of Engineering.
Francis Pascal Amilema, College of Art and Built Environment.
Deborah Obinyachiman, College of Art and Built Environment.
Gifty Boatin, College of Art and Built Environment.
Gloria Mogoi, International Student.
Amadou Tiarono Bagayogo, International Student.
I'm Issa Abubakar, College of Art and Built Environment.
Samuel Ewa, College of Agric and Natural Resources.
Kakari Ernest, IDL.
Alberta Inima, IDL.
All right, thank you. So, because today is a special event and the agenda for today is basically State of Grasag address, we will do it in tandem with comments that may arise out of President's speech or probably the address that he'll give. We've had a series of meetings and we've stated that it is very important that as senators, we uphold the integrity of our association and that just like all the other senators who joined us today, took the oath that we are going to do this devoid of any other interest. We wish that at the end of the day, the president gives a true state of Grasag where we'll be looking into what has been done and probably what we look up to. I believe that at the end of the day, our able members of the House would put the president probably not to a straight accountability, but to comment and actions that are pertaining to our respective Senate or our respective constituencies. So at this point, Senate will take a short recess to usher the president and the executive committee members in so that we will take the special event, then we'll proceed. welcome to the House. Just like we stated earlier before we were taking a recess, we stated that we have a very special event for today, as the Constitution also mandates that at the end of every semester, we'll have two main states of Grasag address, one from the beginning and at the end of the semester. It's very important we take this exercise because it is an exercise for us to know what exactly is happening with Grasag KNUST with respect to the executive committee and the entire general students as well. We are reps for each college, not because we are just reps. We are reps there to look into the interest of the various reps. Should the executive committee take decisions that are not in connection with whatever we want, or that are not in respect of our members or the very people that we serve here, we can raise issues on. At this point in time, before we take the address from Mr. President, I'd like to acknowledge the members of the House, the dignitaries and executive committee members who are here. So we have in our midst the President himself, His Excellency GABRIEL Alexander KPEVU, the President of Grasag KNUST. We have His Excellency Emmanuel Frempong, who is the Vice President for Grasag KNUST. We have Chief Justice Ellen Nam Japasu in our midst as well. He's the Chief Justice for Grasag KNUST. And we have Adelaide Inchi Asamoah, the Secretary of Grasag KNUST. And we have Atintono Hippolyte, the Treasurer for Grasag KNUST. We have Moses Okpata, who is also the organizer for Grasag KNUST. We have Nimbu, who is also a rep for international students. And we have Abna Echa, who is also the gender commissioner for Grasag KNUST. So House, this is the executive committee, and the head of the executive committee per our constitution, the letter and the spirit of the constitution, is the president. What we believe with the interpretation of the constitution is that any statement that comes from the president comes from the executive committee, regardless that it is the state of Grasag address, meaning that he is here by our constitution, both the letter and the spirit, meaning that the words and whatever interpretation, objective interpretation to whatever we will say today, he is the rep and the head of the executive committee. At this point in time, we invite, and before that, Mr. President, we hope that you take the very comments that our members will give pertaining to the decisions that we have taken already and the things that we've said. We are aware, we are in Grasag KNUST, and we know the standard of Grasag KNUST, and we've seen the things that are happening on campus with respect to life of students and everything. So we believe that per the Constitution, as mandated, you are supposed to give the true state of Grasag address. And once it is done, we'll take comments from various reps in the various constituencies to proceed. Thank you, Mr. President. You are welcome.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Good evening, everyone. Once again, my name is Gabriel Alexander KPEVU, your Grasag President. Right Honorable Speaker, the House, Vice President Emmanuel Frempong, Executive Committee, Executive Council, Chief Justice of Grasag and his Deputy, invited guests, Professor Eni, Deputy Director, those are in charge of conduct, friends from the media, all protocol observed, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honor to return to this honorable house today, not as a senator, but as a president of Graduate Student Association of KNUST. I remember in 2019-2020, I was in this house as a senator from Department of Geomatic Engineering, where we take a very crucial decision, which helped our association by dying, when we are at the crossroad. Right Honorable Speaker, I am here today to fulfill most significant constitutional mandate as the president of Grasag by delivering the State of Grasag address to this honorable house and the entire member of Grasag about the activities, plans, and the upcoming project that the leadership is undertaking. Mr. Speaker, my State of Grasag today will cover, since we took office, activities, project, program, plans, and the challenges we have faced and how we have addressed most of them. Mr. Speaker, we took office on September 21st. It was challenging to say what the state of Grasag was like because there was no official record or document handover. Official document cannot be found, and there was no information for which to start on. Mr. Speaker, another handover was organized through Director of Student Affairs to return official document of Grasag from the former president to us. Mr. Speaker, after we took over, one of our first business was to organize a one-week meeting to develop a comprehensive plan for the association to build on for the entire academic year. Leadership of the various groups, Senate, Executive Committee, Executive Council, all the committee here were all invited to this meeting, and a program was developed for the entire academic year, which we are currently implementing. Mr. Speaker, today I am here to give account to the people of the next level agenda we set, and so far, what we have done and what is in the pipeline. Mr. Speaker, this is my account of the next level achievement. First and foremost, when we took over, the first activity is to provide support for our prospective students or incoming members. Mr. Speaker, as the application was open, prospective members have purchased their form. Leadership have sought advice through idea that was brought into our notice by one of our rep of College of Art and Built Environment to solve the issue that most of the applicants face when they are applying for their program. We created a WhatsApp and Telegram platform which over 1,000 applicants by then joined. PRO and his team outlined the various steps, answered questions, and provided update on admission, fees, and deadline. Mr. Speaker, I must say to this House that it was one of the greatest platforms that equipped most of our people, and we received a lot of recommendation for how the platform helped them to gain admission to campus. Mr. Speaker, our next activity is to welcome the students on campus. This year, we hoping to take a different approach. Due to delay in the WIAC release of examination, postgraduate students and international students were asked to reopen on 3rd January 2025. A team was sent to Accra to welcome and assist international colleagues in collaboration with DOSA and other student groups, SRC, NUX, and ISA. We set up a team on campus to also receive the local students, even though we had some few challenges, but it was a successful one, and our people settled very well. Our next was college-based orientation. Mr. Speaker, Grasag orientation was held at college level across all the 6 colleges with IDEA online this year. We have identified communication gap as a challenge among students. With decentralized orientation for effective participation, Mr. Speaker, to report to this House, we had successful and one of the its kind. It was a very high attendance across all the colleges. I want to express our heartfelt gratitude to Director of Student Affairs and his deputy, Director of School of Graduate Studies and his deputy, and all the provosts, deans, heads of department, all college registrars, librarians, various examiners, and everyone for their incredible support during the orientation. My executive council committee members, college board rep, and appointees, I want to say, Mauna Irami, God bless you. Your support so far has been an excellent one. Our program has succeeded to the selfless dedication to serving the good people of Grasag. Mr. Speaker, our Chief of Staff has been a central pivot in all our activities we have done so far. Mr. Speaker, we proceed to organize support for the March graduation group. Mr. Speaker, most exciting vision as the president from the very first day I aspired to lead was to see postgraduate students graduating on time for their program duration without prolonging their stay in the program. During our campaign, we provide research capacity building support on thesis and advise our colleagues how they can finish on time. Mr. Speaker, success in postgraduate education is not about first class in coursework. Success in postgraduate education is not a first class in coursework, but completing your thesis work on time. Many of them who took our advice constantly communicate with us and send their work to us for reviews today and on the path of graduation within this March and within their program time. Mr. Speaker, again, we provide a platform to work on March graduation, which was both WhatsApp and Telegram. Over 2,000 students joined the group, especially the WhatsApp page was full. Even up to now, we still receive message and call that they want to join the platform. This page has been a survivor to many postgraduate students who are graduating this March. Individuals share their challenges, Mr. Speaker, and we provide support and solutions to them. Peer support among the March graduation group significantly contribute to those looking forward to graduate in March. My team and office will continue to support them. Mr. Speaker, I cannot be left out in this initiative. I'm always on call for 24/7, providing support for students, how to upload their work, how to set their password, what is the next step to take when they receive notification, and 24/7, my phone is always ringing. It will be difficult since I took over as the Grasag president, the kind of call I receive from postgraduate community. It will not be easy. In fact, my family cannot even get a space to speak to me because always it's about what? Grasag. Mr. Speaker, it's not easy, but we will survive. Mr. Speaker, the fate of many of those who are graduating in this March, I may say, are in a good road. And we have only few outstanding people who are still working on some few issues to resolve regarding their oral and submitting their final submission. I want to thank those who voted for me for voting for experience, not experiment. Mr. Speaker, I may say that if no experience I had as a postgraduate student, having gone through the system, I don't know how many of our colleagues who are seeking support can go through. I refer some of them to my vice president. He came to me, Mr. President, I don't know what to tell them because I want him to feel the heat that is coming. And it will not be easy. But I believe that voting for me as the president through the experience I have been a great access to them. And I believe that when the chance comes for them to vote for me again, they'll choose experience over experiment. Mr. Speaker, we proceed to organize a training on thesis deposition management system, a platform that is set up for postgraduate students to submit their final thesis after it have gone through supervisor approval. Mr. Speaker, in collaboration with School of Graduate Studies and e-learning, we organized a training which was held on both Zoom and YouTube. We have over 5,000 students joining this platform, and the platform was even full we have to refer them to the YouTube platform to support them. Mr. Speaker, I may report to this House that after successfully organizing this training, the pressure on me have reduced. Because we have the video, we share with most of the student leadership, the class rep, and we share on all the video class page. And most of them, now when they call me, I'll simply share the video with you. Just watch, you'll be okay. So I want to thank Graduate School and e-learning for the support they have given to us so far. Mr. Speaker, one of the issues that we have with the thesis deposition system is extension and extension fee. Mr. Speaker, this is an issue that we cannot just sit and take an easy decision. In the view of that, we are setting up a committee to actually look into this issue and give us the best report, recommendation, and the step we should take. Because I may report that the process of apply for extension will be a challenge to most of the postgraduate students, and they complain a lot about the extension process. But I believe that after this committee look into this issue, they give us the best recommendation and the step to take. Mr. Speaker, I want to thank the graduate school, Professor Michael Puku Bonsi, for his support of the extension that we have during the deadline. He has so far given out 2 grace periods of extension of final submission, which yesterday was another final one. We are hoping that Monday we engage with him again to seek for another extension, because I still receive a lot of calls who are not able to submit their work. And I believe that our goal is to make sure that everybody who is ready is finished, have finished with his work, and have gone through the various process will be added to graduation list. So I want to assure everybody, all postgraduate students who have finished their work, or one way or the other due to the thesis deposition system, I'm afraid that they may not graduate, that we'll do our best to add them to the graduation list. Mr. Speaker, this year, university have come out with mandatory medical examination for all first-year students. And it started earlier, that was 23rd of December, which some of our colleagues have undertook this medical examination. The purpose of this activity is to know the health status of every student and provide them the necessary medical care that they need. It has come to our notice that sometimes our colleagues have some peculiar health condition, but because the universities and the entire population does not know their health status, sometimes they live with us and even die without we knowing. So this mandatory is to let them know their status. We have received the report of students who have done the medical report so far, and I may say the report is not actually encouraging. Out of the 100% of the population, we have less than 20% who have done their medical so far. And as the next step that management is taking, if you have not done your medical report, second semester you cannot do your course registration. So I want to entreat each and everyone, including the second or continuous students who are yet to do their medical examination, that please, it's not expensive exercise. You just need your health insurance or your Ghana card, the 100 series for your X-ray to go through this process. So please, let's all do our best to undergo the medical examination for our own good. Mr. Speaker, during my campaign, one promise I made to the student is, sometimes our colleagues complain that when they go to the Secretariat for Study, within 5 to 6, they said we are closing, so we have to go. And sometimes, as a postgraduate student, we need to do our work in the late hour. And promise them of extending the operational hours. I want to announce to the good people of Grasag that, with collaboration with Director of Student Affairs, we have successfully achieved that. And currently, the Secretariat operates from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m.